Okay, people. What's happening? I'm getting some deep frowns. I want you to listen to the background. Okay? It's like
Okay, can we just do this?
Andre has his little friend over. So obviously everybody's in there chatting up a storm, right? Amari loves it. You can hear him, right? And then if it's not that, it's Tisha brings over Leia May and Kyrie, right? And that can go on for 24 hours, right? And I'm watching back on that bandwagon 2 to 3 times a week, which is fine. I can only do it for so long, right? Anyway, people, there was a video I was thinking about doing that's posted up on BitChute in regards to somebody, I don't know, doing an interview with somebody that's up in the, I think, San Francisco area in California, right? Talking about, the fentanyl crises and the crime and just the whole 9 yards, right? It's a long video. It's like 2 hours and 32 minutes or something like that. Now, I know that's up my alley, but it's like, because I want to record and talk, and I don't know how it might go. If I did the whole length of the video, talk and do whatever, I mean, you're looking at double the time, more than likely, so it might be in 2 parts, if I even do it at all, right? Because, I don't know, people, I'm in trouble. I'm being forced out of this house. Seriously. The thing about people that are in abusive relationships, whatever those relationships are, the abuser expects the person that they're abusing to say nothing about it. That's the first thing. Right? And then just to, I don't know, accept it. And anyway, long story short, I went off and I bought some frozen vegetables and canned corned beef from Walmart because it's on sale. And I'm stocking up. Yeah, I have some frozen vegetables I've already dehydrated, but if I'm saving $74 off of my grocery bill, like since the last 3 orders that I've done in terms of corned beef, frozen vegetables, basically, and there was something else in there I bought. I mean, I've saved myself like $165 in savings buying it on discount, right? Basically, I bought 40 more cans of corned beef at 340 grams per can for $120. You multiply 340 grams times 40 cans, and then you divide that by $120. When I first figured it out, I rounded it off with $90 for 30 cans, but I bought 10 more, so that's $120 for 40 cans. It works out to be about $4.75 a pound in terms of if I was to go off and buy fresh beef and can it for myself. First of all, you're not going to find fresh beef at $4.50 a pound, never mind at $5 a pound. You might get lucky and find it at $6.99 a pound, but grocery stores are scandalous. They put water in it so it weighs heavier, or who knows. Either or, I don't have to can it. I don't have to can it in jars. And I told Andre, we got meat in freezers, and if I buy beef at this point, it would be just to grind it up and to make burger meat. I don't like to buy hamburger, right? I don't trust it. And so I'd buy 2 different kinds of beef, the one on sale, and something normally a little more fatty, so I can grind that up. You've seen me do about that stuff. I've either done it, talked about it, recorded it, did the video on it, whether I canned it or froze it. Well, the little bit that I have in the house that I just recently did that costed a fair amount of money doing it that way, at $6.99 a pound and $8.99 a pound, because I bought 2 different kinds of beef. Once that's gone, then I'll go off and buy fresh beef, grind it up, bag it up, and freeze it, right? With or without pork, depending on how much money I want to spend and what I'm trying to do and how much freezer space I have. I'm trying to avoid canning meat, quote-unquote, meat in general. Now, my neighbor just gave me 2 cases of jars, but I need them for fruit. Okay, whatever. You told me you weren't going to can no more, or whatever. All right. But, so I'm just, it's not like I just willy-nilly go off and buy this stuff, right? Just because. But at the end of the day, you can 40 meals, right? There's lots of things you can do with corned beef, right? And as it is, I'm going through oh my God, I go through so much bread in a week with Andre. You don't even know, man. I'm going through 5 to 8 loaves a week, whether they're bagels or loaves of bread. And of course, I'll have a few sandwiches here and there too, right? I go through 2 jugs of milk every 3 days, basically. So it's I told Andre, we're going to be making bread soon. Once we start making bread, that's it. I am not buying bread. If I do, it'll only be for a treat. Other than that, we're going to be making our own bread because I got the wheat and everything. Okay, all right, so whatever. So as I'm shopping, I thought, just top, because the corned beef is coming in at $2.97 a can, where I'm saving $2 on the can. So for every 10 cans that I buy, I save $20. All right. So I bought 40 cans, so I saved 20, 40, 60, 80. So I saved $80. All right. I'm feeling okay with that. And they'll sit in the can like that, put away for a long, 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 long time. All right. And then they had frozen vegetables on sale. And if anyone's done any shopping, everybody knows that even vegetables are off the roof, right? So I thought, well, dehydrate some more peas. Those are good. Dehydrate some more corn. Higher calories. That's good. I bought 2 little bags of Brussels sprouts just for the sake. These are frozen, right? And I'm working on it right now. I'm going to get them into my dehydrator, right? And I saved, for every 5 bags that I bought, I saved $8.60 on each order, right? So I bought 10 bags of peas, so I saved, we'll say, $17, right? And I got the 5 bags of corn, so I saved another $8 versus paying $4.67 a bag. I was paying $2.97 or something like that. I was saving $1.61 off of each bag. Green Giant. Okay? There's nothing to dehydrate them. They dehydrate well, right? And they go into jars well. They last a long time and they taste good. And you can take them dry, sprinkle them onto things, eat them dry, whatever you want. Lots of things you can do with them. Hold on a minute. Okay. So, all right. And then I got another batch coming tomorrow. And then I got some jars coming, just 4. And I'm going to have a big jar of peas now. I've got some around the house, but once this is done, like, I have to get downstairs, right, people? All right. So anyway, I thought I had large dehydrating trays downstairs in that little food area. Right? This is the lens. This is the cataract lens. So this one doesn't have it. This one does. So if my eyes look different, that's because of a cataract lens. All right. So anyway, we'll have to get downstairs soon, right? Tisha was going to come, not next Friday on, to start helping me do things that I've been asking for a long time. I want to start getting downstairs in that little cubby that my son wants me to clear out completely, which, alright. Anyway, I want the peas because, like I said, we're going to get into making bread, and I'm like, okay, you can crunch them up, and you can put them into bread, you can make a vegetable loaf, right, or whatever. You can sprinkle them on salads, and put them in soups. You can just have them in a pot and cook them up with water, and then do the butter, you know, like, whatever. I'm all about saving money, people. I don't like buying 2, 3, 4 bags worth of groceries, including fresh quote-unquote vegetables, to end up spending like $120, 2 jugs of milk, 2 to 4 loaves of bread, some yogurt, you know, a few other miscellaneous things, and a few vegetables, and that's like $120. Like, not. Like, it's pathetic, right? So, okay. I go downstairs. I knock on the door. I have to knock now, right? Come in. I go down there. I say, I'm only going to be a couple of minutes. I just want to grab some trays from the back. That mattress, everything was thrown in there. And I'm like, oh, obviously I can't get in there. I asked them if they steam cleaned the mattress. That mattress thing that I took from the mattress, I want to put it. No, they didn't do it. I said, okay, fine, whatever. We'll just leave it because, you know, there's a big pile. They just kind of threw things in there, right? And just moving things around and whatever. And I'm like, okay, we'll just leave it. No, my son said, no, that's okay. I'll move it out for you. I said, what do you want? I said, I just want to go to the back and grab these trays, right? So he comes. He moves the mattress. We'll just call it the mattress. It's not. It's just the top part of the mattress that I'm going to piece on top of my mattress up here after Tisha helps me clear out the room with clothes and everything, right? She's going to take whatever she wants for Kyrie, and if there's anything left, we'll give to Rhea, and if there's anything I don't want, we'll give it to the thrift store. The point is, I just want somebody to come and help me to go through it. All right. And then, he pulls out the mattress, he pulls out something else. I don't know, we were talking, light talk, just whatever, and next thing you know, I'm telling him I want to come down this week when he's at work, because he doesn't like me to work down there when he's down there, right? So it makes it really hard for me to do anything, people. And I'm like, well, I want to come down this week. I have to clear off this little porch of mine in my kitchen so I can open up this fucking glass sliding door that is deadly. Tape it up with some gray tape so it doesn't crash on me. So I can go up and down the stairs and get on with it, right? Oh my God. And, I said, I want to come down tomorrow, maybe, right? This week. He said, not tomorrow. I said, okay, well, that's fine. I'm kind of busy anyway. But I'm going to start coming down and just work in this little area and start picking away at it. Because he wants me to get rid of everything out of there. I said, I'll do this. He goes, yeah, well, but not tomorrow. I said, okay, fine. I'm busy anyway, because I'm doing these vegetables. Got another batch coming tomorrow, so that gives me time. And next thing I know he's putting the mattress back. And I haven't got in there yet. I'm like, what are you doing? And who walks by? Marina. Right? Goes into the bedroom and closes the door. And I'm standing and I'm looking at him. I'm like, what happened here? Like, you took out that mattress cover. We were talking. You took something else out. Next thing you know it, you're putting everything back in as she's walking by. Doesn't say nothing to me. Doesn't say, oh, hi, how are you doing? And can I help? Or nothing, people. But, of course, we already know, right? So I said, well, what are you doing? Why are you putting it back? Oh. And I'm like, I'm only going to be 5 minutes. I didn't plan on staying down here. So he pulls it back. And I said, so she triggered you. That's what happened here, right, Margaine, right? I called him on it, people. I said, so Marina triggered you, right? Because triggered me. It was on, people. It was on. And he all around me, screaming at me, calling me down, calling me fucking names, saying I'm senile. I'm a drug addict because I shaved my hair when I went to court fighting for Andre. And I've already explained it to him like 100 fucking times. I explained it to Andre. I was fighting for Andre, right? They knew that they had no legs to stand on, and they were just fucking around, and I was standing my ground, wanting to go take it to trial, right? Because, what they did to Andre and Sierra and the house and the kids and Uncle John was completely wrong, right? And, then when the lawyer came and he said, oh, do you want to drug test you? And I'm like, for what? I'm not on trial here, all right? I'm fighting for my grandson. Look what they already did to Sierra. I'll show the fucking judge. I shaved my fucking hair so that when I went to court the next time, because I already, fighting for custody, right? The judge said, you can't come in with a hat. So I pulled off my hat. I was bald as a baby, people. Bald as a fucking baby, to let those people know that they couldn't fuck with me like they fucked with Sierra. And as a matter of fact, this is a good introduction. This is a good introduction to the video that it's 2.5 hours. Maybe I'll go through the whole thing. Maybe I'll just go through parts of it. But that specifically talks about homeless people in California and what they're up against, fentanyl, what the businesses are up against, what the residents are up against, what just everybody's up against around the shenanigans that our governments are implementing into create smart cities and mass manufactured poverty. Okay. Well, you shaved your head because you didn't want to get caught doing drugs. I'm like you're stupid, man. You're fucking stupid. Like, what is wrong with you? He's the one who shaved my fucking hair off, people. I have, fucking video, for crying out loud. We went to court like 2 days later. It put the judge in place, though. It put everybody in fucking place. Yeah. They were embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed, but they were, people. And then when it came time to get closer and closer to court for a trial, they didn't want to go to trial. That's when they came and we have a deal for you. Yeah, you kept my grandson in foster care for 15 fucking months. You made it where he didn't want to eat for 6 months, wouldn't talk for 6 months, right? Yeah, and then what? You beg me, you plead with me to go see him so that you can work on your plan to integrate him back into the house, and you couldn't give him back to me fast enough when the time came. Because we were getting close to trial, and they didn't want to go to trial. Because they knew that they would have lost. And then I would have had more grounds to take it to a Supreme Court and sue their asses for what they did to my daughter and the rest of my family, including Andre. And this is why it's important that I keep Andre's paperwork, not throw it out to accommodate this. Okay? Because he can get a lawyer at age 19, 20, 21 and have a lawyer represent him for what happened to him. Because a lawyer told me that when Tisha and I went to a different case against the Ministry of Children and Family Development. Right? And said that Andre, there is no statute of limitation on Andre. As soon as he turns 19, he'd go straight to the fucking courthouse, go find a lawyer that represent him, and he can fight for what happened to him. How his life was altered by the decisions of fucking stupid social workers that were looking to adopt him out. And it backfired. While my son is raging around accusing me of being a fucking drug addict because I shaved my hair, reminding the judge that I was not the one that was on fucking trial here. Okay? I didn't do anything wrong. Nobody in my family did anything wrong. It was the government that was doing wrong, and they have yet to make a wrong right. Okay. This is the shit he was screaming at me again today. As my heart's like... Right? I'm like, shut up, man. Like, what I wanted to do would take no more than 5 fucking minutes. It's like going on 15 minutes with you accusing me of this, screaming me that I'm this and that I'm that. You know, he's not calling me a fucking welfare bum. He's calling me a fucking loser. A lousy mother. Like, what the fuck? And I said, and your girlfriend didn't trigger you? Forget the fucking wife shit, okay? They can consider themselves to be married. But I told him, I'm not going to your wedding reception. I went to the marriage, I signed my paper, I signed my signature, whatever. Yeah, I said, don't expect me to go to your little reunion with all those white people so that you can sit up there and fucking talk back behind me, behind my fucking back. Okay? I mean, at least my son has the decency to do it in front of my face and screaming at me. But you know everybody else is thinking the same damn thing, since that's what he thinks. And his wife. Oh, why are you dragging it on? Why are you carrying it on? I said, well, you're the one that keeps asking me. I just pointed it out to you. I pointed out to you what she did. Oh, you know. And I'm like, yeah, but you wanting me to get rid of my stuff, telling me you're going to help me, quote unquote, sell books and fabric, as if. I'm thinking about getting into Tisha's room, aka the business room, and giving her a $300 and $400 freaking dressmaking form, because I have several in there, because I used to have a life before I moved into this fucking house, in terms of, I used to sew versus versus being a slave to a yard, with the whip on my back where it's infused in it now, with my son now with another fucking whip on the other side of my back, it seems. Well, 2, really. Him and her. You know, no, you're the one that's fucking dragging it on, because you know, you won't, like, why? You attack me, but you don't fucking put her in check? Like, don't you think that's kind of rude, what she did? Well, you know, she's not obligated to kiss your ass. And I said, well, first of all, when I came down here, I didn't say a damn thing to her. I went and just did that. You started pulling out the freaking mattress, and then all of a sudden you put it back as she's storming by. Well, why wouldn't I say anything? Why wouldn't I point out what's going on here? I said, so what? Does that mean that if you're at work and she's here, I can't come down? Because what? What's going to happen? You know, you're this and you're that and you're senile and you don't know what you're talking about. You have no friends and you're out of touch with reality. And it's like, shut the fuck up. I told him, I think you're going bonkers, like literally. Maybe she's poisoning your food or something, Markane, because I don't know what the fuck is going on with you, but it's like pathetic already. I told him her parents kicked her out of their nest because he started accusing me that the housing market was my fault again. And I'm like, yeah, as if. No, more like her parents. They're the ones who own the house, not me. I don't own the fucking house, right? Houses, right? I don't have that kind of asset. I was molded into be poor. Well, the middle class is now molded into their stack and pack, plastic pipe, clamped, freaking prefab, Presto wood condos at $4,000 a pop, well, apartments, 3 to 4 bedrooms, with the government subsidizing the rent. And then try and get them to buy it so they can take on the responsibility for the repairs when everything starts to fall apart. Because you know it will. After the bugs move in. And the mice. Yeah, okay. So I'm like practically running out of there now. Can't get away from him fast enough. As he's following me, hollering and screaming that I instigated it all, because I told him take responsibility for your own fucking behavior, and why don't you just like see it for what it is. I'm not the one that triggered you. I came down here. What I needed to do was going to take no more than 5 minutes. I just let you know that I was going to start coming down during the day while you're at work to make preparations so that we can do whatever it is that's expected of me. And he just went off on me, people. And then, of course, he brought up the mattress, threw it in the house. We gave him an excuse to holler and scream at me outside. So I hollered out too, just to remind him that he was hollering out in the fucking neighborhood like a lunatic. For a measly 4 trays for a dehydrator. And I'm like, well, what's the point of thinking about, now we're out in the front arguing, right? Because he follows me, right? That's the thing, he fucking follows me, right? And I'm like, well, like he's still going on about this Marina stuff. And I'm like, well, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm thinking about giving her a dressmaking form. You think like $400, not including tax. Because I told her a long time ago I'd get her one, but I can't get to it because it's off in the corner in Tisha's room, right? And as soon as I can get to it, she can, give her one, right? Why not? I got upstairs one anyway, and I got a few more downstairs. Giving her one is no sweat off of my back. I'd like to have Tisha have one. And, why would you do that? Why do you want to give her that? I said, well, it's like an olive branch, right? It's like, to smooth things over, I'm not trying to be vindictive in my own house. And I said, well, clearly, there's no point, right? And then it goes back to, well, you can't kick, because I told him, her parents made her leave the nest. Why don't you leave this nest, You'd be happier someplace else, right? Don't get mad at me that things are more expensive, right? Don't talk to me about I'm out of touch with reality when you're the one that doesn't want to leave fucking home. Because this is ultimately my house. No, it's not. I sublease. No, you don't. I'm the one that holds the fucking lease. You came in basically as a dependent, and you just haven't moved out yet. And you act like your brother, Brooks, only you're getting worse than Brooks. If I had to compare you to Brooks, Julian, and Austin, I'd say you're a combination of all fucking 3, and I'm getting fed up with it. Right? Well, you got a Joan Duncan running around instigating the shit like Joan Duncan did when she geeked up the house with everybody when she was here with Uncle John. Well, she's popping fucking pills and puking and overeating and puking it out and then starving herself when she wasn't being anorexic, going in and out of the fucking hospital 2 times a freaking month with the ambulance taking her out in a fucking gurney with oxygen on her breath, like, tank, right? Like, stupid, man. And it was the same kind of person living in my house. Just hasn't caught up to her yet. Just saying. And my son doesn't want to take any responsibility of any kind. He thinks he has a right to abuse me, people. I was sitting here in this chair. Right here. And the last 3 times I spoke to my son, it was today, which was a blowout over, I don't even know. Because she egged him on. She walked by, she said something to him. He got frustrated, put the mattress back. I'm like, well, holy shit, why are you putting it back? I'm going to go in there right now. As she storms by. I said, okay, so something's going on here. Tell me what it is. Is she upset that I'm here? Well, yeah. And I'm like, why? Right? And then it was on. That's all it took. And I was the one that instigated that. Because I wouldn't shut up. Because he wouldn't fucking answer the question. Or whatever it was. In terms of, I said, you did notice that, right? He refused to notice. He refused to acknowledge her behavior. That's what I'm trying to say. Because he refused to acknowledge her behavior, that it was rude. He put it on me as if it was my fault and I deserved what she did and the escalation of it. The time prior to that was just the other day. Where something came in the mail. And he was parking in the front because her parents bought her a car, so now I've got cars and whatever being parked in my front, which I don't necessarily like, but whatever. But he parked in the front, because I guess she parked in the back now. I don't know, they flip it around. And there was a package, and I told him to come get us, I'll have Andre bring it down. He said, no, I'll come get it. He got it and ran off. The time before that, I don't know, he came upstairs, and I asked him to come upstairs. Talk about this problem downstairs that he wants me to fucking, I don't know. And not even within 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, it turned into a great big fucking argument. It went on and on and on and on. He wouldn't shut up. Accused me of this, accused me of that, called me this, called me down, called me down, called me names, told me I was a welfare bum and I was useless. I was a lousy fucking mother. I was controlling, I was selfish, right? I was senile. Accused me of beating him with a fucking belt, which I never did. Never hit any of my kids with a belt. I got beat with a belt, not him. He got one spanking from me in a fucking grocery store when he was a little kid. That was it, one fucking time. And he holds it against me till this day, as if he even fucking remembers. He was like 2 or 3, just acting up, so I paddled his bum in a fucking grocery store. Whoop-de-fucking-do. And then, I don't know, he just geeking himself up. I was sitting in this chair. I called Tisha so she could hear, right? I'm telling you, people, there's a reason for this, not just my eyes, And so she could hear that nonsense. Because complete fucking nonsense. So I gave him the phone. He hollered and screamed at her. Mom this, mom that, mom. I guess she got fed up with it, hung up the phone. He's standing right there, not even 4 feet away from me. 3, 4 feet away from me. I'm sitting here in the fucking corner. You can see my back is to the wall. Right? No glasses on, nothing. He bends down. He got the fucking phone in his hand. He was going to hit me with it. And I said, oh, what now? You going to hit me with the fucking phone in your hand? Like my telephone, my landline, right? Oh, no. I was just going to smash it down on the table. I'm like, you're fucking nuts, man. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? He never used to act like this, people. Brooks, maybe. Austin, yes. Julian, fucking for sure. But my son, no. Told him to get the fuck out of here. But I'm expected to go down there and empty out a fucking room that's been there for 14 fucking years to accommodate a fucking bitch. That clearly is a trigger for my son to be abusive towards me. And they refuse to leave because they think they have a right to be down there No, she's more like a fucking squatter. She came in here as a fucking squatter and she won't leave. Because she can't afford rent because she's too busy paying car insurance for a little car that her dad gave her. Forget it. I'm not going to their fucking reception. I don't care. They can all sit up there and talk bad about me. Call me this, call me that, call me a bum, call me a waste of space, call me a drug addict. You call me a lousy fucking grandmother. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking call me a lousy fucking mom while you sit up in my fucking house and then And then if he hears me talking, he'll be calling out, "Stop talking, you're talking too loud." I'm like, what, you got your ear to the fucking vent now? Is that it? You listening with the vent? Or maybe you got your little fucking spyware up here. Don't tell me you're not watching my videos either, motherfucker, because I know you are. And if it's not you, it's her. And you don't like the fucking truth. I'm not the one fucking coming after you with fucking phones in my hand, threatening to smash your fucking face in as you're cornered into a fucking corner. And then pretend like you were just gonna hit the table with it. Okay, yeah, sure, you're gonna hit the fucking phone with on the table, so the little plastic pieces can break off. Right, break off, right? This is how you boom, yeah, and then go flying into my fucking eyes so you can make me fucking blinder faster, and then sit up there and say I'm the one that made you do it, because anything that you fucking do, you're constantly blaming me for your fucking nasty ass behavior, and that's what abusive people do, and that's one thing that they don't like, is when people who are like in my position, we talk about it. Tisha said, "Well, what can I do? Should I talk to him?" I said, "No, it's not gonna help. He's just going to try and get you to side with him." I said, "What you need to do is get me some storage. Find me a storage room. It's got to be warm, though, because if I put anything in cold storage, it will just fucking mold. Get mildew and mold. Right? But my son doesn't care about that. Fuck no." "Oh, well, it's going to be expensive, Mom, you know?" I said, "I don't care." So I'm now looking at anywhere from $200 to $400. I'll go as far as $300. I'll pay up to $300 a month for fucking storage to go down there and fucking clear out whatever it is he wants me to fucking clear out in that fucking stupid corner. I'll throw all my bins of fabric in there, put the food into the business room, whatever's in that little unit there, in that wherever. And you know what? It still won't be enough. No, he'll be ragging on me. "Oh no, you're wasting money. You're this, you're that. You're senile. You know, you don't know how to manage money now. You're wasting your time. Blah blah. It's all your fault." Right? And she says, "Well, why don't you move?" I said, "I'm trying. I want to. Right? If I don't get it from my fucking landlord, 8 months, $200, still not happy, gaslighting me, looking at some big pile of junk that my son threw out in the fucking front, telling me to hurry up and go fucking do something with it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we know. I'm looking at another anywhere from $150 to $300 a month just to put in fabric in bins. Yeah, because before I fucking let them sell it the way they treat me, no. And if I don't do something with it soon, it's just gonna end up, fucking shit's just gonna end up in the garage. Yeah, well, none of them take any responsibility. Yeah, and then when they go get their little fucking reception, they can sit up there and blame all this shit on me. Yeah, because they're too fucking cheap to move. Yeah. I don't want them here. Nope. I'd have a better chance with somebody else that actually would appreciate living down there and would actually help me. And since I'm not getting that, like, fuck that shit. Right. I've been in abusive relationships, people, more than one. Okay, we know that. If we go into my videos, I've talked about it. I said to him, "What the hell have I ever done to this fucking girl? Nothing. I've never done a fucking thing to this girl." Her parents made her leave their house. They made her fucking leave. They made her fly the fucking coop. No, when I was signing that marriage certificate, that mother of whatever's downstairs said, "Oh, well, that's it. I've got none left in the house. They're all gone." Yeah, exactly. You threw them fucking out. You don't even know how to look after your own fucking daughter. You turned her into a fucking Joan Duncan. That's what you did. I told my son it's gonna come back and bite him in the fucking ass one day. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll dig into my pocket. I don't need to buy groceries after this. I'm good. If I can spend $400 on dicky shit like what I've been spending on the last 3 days, I can spend that $400 on fucking storage. And that will be my first step out of this place. I told Tisha, bring it someplace close to you. You got the key, and we'll work on fucking selling it. Or maybe, hopefully, you'll start sewing a little bit. You know? Right? At least it will be safe. Right. At least it will be fucking safe. That's the way it's gonna go down. Yeah, that's the way it's gonna fucking go down. So I have to move, people. I have to. Yeah. I don't know when I'm moving, how I'm moving, where I'm going, how I'm gonna get there. Well, it's easy enough to get there. All you need money is for movers. That's the easy part. I can come up with that. I just don't know. I told Andre, even if we move into an apartment, it will be better than this. Seriously, people, even if I move into a fucking apartment, I'd go to Gateway Place. I'd go back to fucking Gateway Place, get myself a 3-bedroom fucking apartment with cockroaches, bed bugs, fucking... Did they have mice? Not on my buildings. In my buildings, we didn't have mice. We had a dog. I had Baloo. I don't remember if I had cats at Gateway Place, but we had Baloo. They let me bring in Baloo because of Uncle John, because Baloo was kind of like a seeing eye dog, right? I trained him to be a seeing eye dog, right? So they let us come in with Baloo. But the buildings where I was living, they didn't really have a problem with bed bugs. So I never had bed bugs, but the cockroaches, they did find their way into my building, into my apartment eventually, and I lived there for like 3 years, right? But the thing is, I never really noticed that I had them. That's the sneaky thing about them. But when I was getting ready to move and packing up, I found a nest behind my fish tank. And then when I moved into that fourplex and shit sat in my boxes for a long time, cockroaches will die over a period of time if they don't have water. So when I was unpacking the boxes, I'm wondering if that's how I found out that I had them. Because I found a few dead cockroaches. You gotta watch electronics, right? They like to live in electronics, but the building had that because there was people in the building that had, okay, so either or. I never had bed bugs there. I don't recall having mice. But in the other buildings, in the main courtyard, oh, it was bad in terms of the bed bugs and all this other shit. But even if I did move back in there, I'm telling you, you know what I would do? And I'm going to end it on this note, because I'm not afraid to fucking move. It's just a matter of how I'm going to get there and what I'm going to do when I get there. It's not about how I'm going to get there. Can you see what's going on with him?
No, he's fine.
No, that's he's coming into a whiny cry.
He's not.
Well, he's calling you.
Huh?
Check his leg.
Fine.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
No, he's fussing. Maybe there's a toy underneath him. He had little blocks. It could be poking underneath his back.
He's sitting up, though.
Well, maybe it's behind his back. Maybe his foot is caught. Obviously, there's something wrong.
He's fine. There's nothing there.
Well, he's starting to cry.
Well, I don't know why.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Amari, now he got quiet. Oh. Check his foot.
I just did.
Maybe he feels neglected. Okay, well, he doesn't just... Well, sometimes he does, though, right? There's something bugging him. You need to check more around him. Andre! Check more around him to see what's going on.
There's nothing there.
He'll do that sometimes. Just... They're ignoring him. Anyway, I can get there. I can come up with the money for the move. I don't know if I could afford $1,900 a month by myself. I mean, it's definitely going to put my finances into a tailspin. But I can't continue living like this, people. I just can't. Like, it blindsides me. I don't even fucking understand it. I really don't. And obviously it's going to take a while, right? But I'm just going to have to, so that means I have to get storage. And even then, even with the storage, whatever's going on, I don't expect it to stop. I don't expect it to stop. I have never done anything to this girl outside of when I met her, all of a sudden, my stuff started ending up in the garage. That's all I gotta say. I think that right there speaks volumes. Okay, so anyway, sometimes Amari, he like this, he bites his finger. I don't think he doesn't really realize, right, until it's too late by then. Or sometimes he just gets, I don't know. He's okay. There was nothing wrong with him. I picked him up. What? Now you heard me say your name and now you're starting? What you doing? And now you're giggling? I hear something. Now he's laughing and giggling. What? No, I know I'm doing a video here, but Murray knows it's okay. Murray knows I'm talking about him. All right, I say sometimes he bites his finger, right? Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm like, I can't move to Gateway Place. That's a walk-up. And I wouldn't live on the main floor, freezing my ass off on a 3-story building. I think it's 3 stories, 3 or 4, 3 stories, walk up. I couldn't live on a second floor. No. And I wouldn't live on the main floor. No. Because it would be too cold. The floor is, it's basement, ground floor, right? It'd be too cold. Be too cold for Amari. He throws his blankets off all the time. And that's another problem living in apartments. You can, you turn on the heat thinking you're going to get heat and you don't get fucking heat. All right. All I know is I think I'm just going to see if I can get some kind of storage. I may or may not get lucky. Hard to say. People are ending up homeless. Rhea's stuff was in storage for like 3 months, 4 months, however, 3 months, 3.5 months, something like that. She was like going from shelter to shelter or whatever she was doing. Her shit was in storage for quite a long time, really. I said, Tisha, at least put me on a waiting list. But who knows, people? Who knows? Like, this is pathetic. Really, really pathetic. It would be so simple. Just move out. I didn't ask this girl to move in. She just showed up. The next thing you know, my shit was outside. And it's been a fight ever fucking since. Kind of like Joan. Joan moved in, and it was just fight, fight, fight. All the time, fucking fight. And I got Julian, Austin, and Brooks in the house now, all in one. All rolled into one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my son is saying, well, I wasn't going to hit you. I was just going to hit the phone on the table. Well, why the fuck you even doing that in the first place? Clearly, you can see I'm sitting in a chair with my back to the wall, and you're not even 2 feet away from me. Like, what the fuck? Because you can't control your temper, because I don't care about you, because I won't throw everything out because you want more space? Like, what the fuck is that? That's stupid. You want more space? Move out. I can't. It's your generation that fucked up the housing market. It's all your fault. You're a lousy mom. Like, what the fuck? You don't care about me. Yeah, you're just a welfare bum. This is how he talks to me, people. Like, it's stupid. Oh, you're senile now. Why? Because I'm older and you can call me senile, so what? You can, what? Get me committed into some fucking old folks home so you can come in here and take what you want and throw out the rest? Yeah, okay. As if that's going to bring you happiness. Sure. Not quite. Who are you going to go on and abuse next? I won't be around. Like a stupid. Anyway, if I can get storage, I'm going to put my quote-unquote fabric. Thank you to my landlords. I got all this fabric. No eyesight to sew it with anymore. And I'm still obligated to go work in the yard with the whip on my back on this side because of that. with the whip on the back on this side, 2 of them, because of my son and his girlfriend. So I got 3 whips on my back. Yeah. Yeah, as I gotta try and figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get out of this place, as I'm now gonna be paying anywhere between $200 to $400 a month in fucking storage. Because I'm being unreasonable. Yeah. 14 years later, I have to put my fabric in fucking storage to accommodate a squatter.